Well, hello. Hello, hello. Oh, everybody jumped in real quick. Nice. I've got like crazy people above me today, which is kind of how it usually goes. Oh, it's freaking warm. It's way too warm. I'm very tiny. Oh, I forgot my focus again. 1 second. Let's untiny me a bit. That should help. Lovely. Lovely. There we go. Hello from Ukraine. I'm not even going to try and say your name, but hello back at you. Nice to have you here. Hey, Trust. How is everybody doing? I wasn't sure if I was going to stream today. I kind of edited video until 3? Edited video till 3 on the video I wanted to get out on Wednesday. So, there we go. Not totally sure what we're going to be up to today. I don't know if any of you guys are working away. We were working on these last week, and I finished them. So we can't work on those. I hilariously have some life jackets to repair. I guess I could work on those. We kind of just hang out and chat anyways. If you guys want, if you got any questions or anything, you know what I'm here for. So cheers to the weekend and getting work done. And once again, telling myself I need to have a screen here and then forgetting about it. I'm going to be mocked about this for years, months. I'll get it soon. All I need is another VGA. VGA is probably HDMI, DVI. I need another cable that's longer for my monitor, or a bigger monitor. I can't even read this monitor anyways. I need a big TV. That's what I need. Hey Omar, how you doing? Glad to have you back. Volume is low on it. How is that? Is that better? Though I'm leaning into the microphone now, so that's not that great. Volume is up. I could increase it more. I am gonna wait because people are saying you can't hear me. I'm sure that is just the volume was low. I'm gonna crank it a little more. A little more. Test, 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 test. All right, how about that? How about that? I will wait and see. Better. All right, good. At least I know it's working, that I can just fiddle with it. Well, happy Friday! Well, that's not necessarily true. Happy Friday for me and most people that are probably tuning in. I was just saying, I was scrambling to finish video today, so the stream is way later than I wanted it to be. I'm not sure what I'm going to work on, but I can answer questions. We can hang out. Hopefully you guys are working on something. I don't know. That would be awesome. And I was mentioning that we finished. Well, I finished, and since last week I finished these arms. Oh. I'm gonna do some changes finally to these. I haven't changed the pattern at all in quite a while, so next ones I'll have will be very different. Not very different. I was talking about Y straps last stream on the elbows, and I'm gonna disconnect the elbow from the vambrace so they butt instead of overlap, because it's just an annoying extra thing to stop your elbow from bending nicely. So I'm gonna changing them up for next time whenever somebody orders another pair. Next time. Rawhide. Tim. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Sean. Oh, yeah, Rawhide is on my shield. One sec. Rawhide. So, wet it and rope. Rawhide and rope, mind you. So, like, fairly thick, 1/2 inch to 5/8, 3/4, well, not 3/4, 5/8 maybe of rope, Manila rope. Oh my god, it's so freaking hot. The Hyperfan is working on Bronco bands while hanging out. I don't know what those are. I imagine Bronc bands. Bronc bands? I don't even know what those are. A new helmet video? That would be any helmet video. I don't think I've ever done a helmet video. Could do a leather helmet of some kind. Can you hear people above me? Probably not. Yeah, you can. They're having a party up there. I should just go up with... Too bad I don't have like some kind of... Well, I guess I could go live on my phone and then just walk up there. But I wish you could transfer it. Go, okay, I'm going to transfer my live broadcast to my phone. And go upstairs and be like, hey, you're on YouTube. Why are you fucking interrupting my stream? Just so you know. For horses, okay. I don't know horses at all. I'm looking at making a medieval Viking shield. Thanks. And if you do a helm, would love to see it. You'll see it for sure, Tim, if I do it. I've got a few shields around here. They're all the same. They're all round shields with rawhide edging, and I put them on my walls when they die. So it's almost time to add another one. I was also mentioning that I do have one thing I could work on, which is not. I'm not going to work on it, but I've got life preservers to repair. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of hanging out and just chilling and talking because I don't even want to work. I'm just like dying in here. You guys, so if you didn't see my needle, I'm gonna give you like, if you didn't see my needle case video. Look at my little needle case. Let's switch cameras. Weird. Anyways, focus isn't working. I wonder why not. One sec. Whatever. Anyways. Ooh, needles. Fancy. Or just like... put it, hang it somewhere. I guess it's a whatever case. It doesn't have to be a needle case, but it's kind of cool. Little box stitching around the top. I gotta hide my face. It might focus. Oh, whatever. Not that anybody is like gonna magically notice the difference, but little box stitch. Yeah. Tiny knotwork. Anyways, I like it. I like it. Yeah, it's great. My needle cases before this were old utility knife Olfa blade cases. I think that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. It's just stitched through itself. So this whole tube goes all the way down till not quite the bottom, just the first in, and these stitches go all the way through this as well. So it's doing like two layers all the way through, and then gets down to here and finishes it off. I think like it was a little annoying to sew, but it wasn't too bad. This part in the this part in here was a little annoying, but not terribly annoying. Well, if you watched my video, did you watch my video? You watched my video, okay. It's not that hard. It's just annoying. Like if you want to do one hole at a time, like go through the top layer and pull it out, and then sneak it into the underneath layer, and then up through one of the layers, and then through the other side to do like one set of holes. You can do that instead of trying to go through both. And I also, on my pattern, it's changed now. I've changed my pattern. This, you'll be able to see it better like this. This inner tube is just a little too small, tiny bit too small. So I've made this inner tube a little tiny bit bigger, because you can see there's a gapping here. And I want it to be pretty flush, but it's all good. Anyways, I'm pretty happy with it. For something that was like not on the top of my list of things to do, once I did it, I was pretty pleased. And it's also the easiest hand stitching I've done as far as like being able to draw the thread through, because I didn't go bonkers this time. I used really thin thread and really tiny needles. And I was like, oh hey, that's what you're supposed to do. Use small thread and small needles and everything will be fine. Oh, I got this little twisted. There we go. Oh. Good evening, RK Rook. You know, Sean, it was annoying, but it was only annoying for, I don't know, a half hour. It's not hard. It's annoying, not hard. It's not a difficult thing, right? So if you want to do it, do it. It'll, you know, you can be annoyed for a little bit, but then you'll be happy with the end result. I keep twisting these. Yeah, pretty happy with it. There. Welcome. Oh, we got a new member already. Thanks, Odie. Is that Odie? My eyes. Oddleaf or ODF or Oddleaf? Oddleaf. Thank you for becoming a member. If anybody else wants to become a member, now's the time. It's obviously time for members and stuff. Much appreciated. I had never thought of making one either, RK. I was just kind of honestly, like, it's not like it popped into my head. I was doing what I do, looking around on the internet, and I look at leather stuff all the time, and I saw a needle case. I was like, that is something I could use right away. I'll show you what I was using before. So it's a bit of an upgrade. Though these are, like, if you don't have one, these are a great idea. All right, ready? They're just blade holders for Olfa knives. Or is this? Yeah, this is an Olfa knife blade holder. And it's got magnets on it too. But lame. That's all I have to say about that. We've got one member already. We're only like, what, 15 minutes into the stream? That's pretty cool. I do like try and make sure I was like, well, I'm just chatting this time. Hey, what's going on, McEwen? How are you? You're using a different account. You don't have the green name. Not as cool, just saying. Or you should probably become a... Oh, there we go. We got like W now. There, that makes more sense. I was like, you should be a double member. You should be a member on your personal and your your YouTube account. RK's working on the Plague Doctor mask. Very cool. I like that mask. It looks different than the other. There's a lot of... Most of the Plague Doctor... Like, honestly, most of the Plague Doctor masks you're going to find are very, like... look like they were done in a factory. You know what I'm saying? They're, like, very... That's what I'm saying. They look like they were made in a factory. And my buddy Deo, who designed that mask, works in props and costumes, and he made something a little more post-apocalyptic, dystopian kind of deal, and I really like it. Some people don't like it. I like it. If I was going to make a Plague Doctor mask, which I did, that's the kind I would make, because it's got that kind of like wasteland, weekend, Mad Max kind of vibe going for it, so... McEwen's like, how about no? Yeah, I don't know what you're saying. Double the membership is... Membership here is worth its weight in gold or something. I don't know. I don't know for sure. Oh, right. You have COVID. I forgot you had COVID. Oh, you got a hood pattern as well? Nice. I did a what was a few years ago, somebody asked me to do a like film, what's the word I'm looking for? Not film quality, film replica of the hood from the Robin Hood movie with the Gladiator actor. Fuck, I forgot his name. Anyways, he wanted me to do a hood. It's kind of a cool hood. I should do a hood pattern. Why not? That'd be easy. That'd be an easy day. Hood pattern with like a mantle kind of deal. That'd be cool. I'm gonna get another... Oh no, I'm still drinking this one. Now, sorry, the stream is not as exciting as it was gonna be. I'll grab what my big project for this weekend is. Magic. I'm supposed to... Oh my god. I don't know what's going on with my camera. One second. I'm climbing around here. It'll be back. There we go. Magical film life. I need to repair this. Repair to original. Yay. Anyways, I'm not doing that right now, that's for sure. I'm gonna switch this just to check my... Seems a little bright. Whoa! That's alright. Hey Somerset, how you doing? Anybody have anything exciting going on this weekend? I guess McEwen doesn't have anything exciting. Except for hopefully healing from the dreaded COVID. I wish my camera tracked me. could just stand up. Yeah, that's for some show. I've done, so far I've taken the foam. I've taken the foam out of the life jackets on some of them so they could do stunts underwater with them. Whatever. I usually wouldn't show prop stuff on stream, but it's a life jacket. There's not any groundbreaking shit here. It's a life jacket. It's so warm in here. When is the temperature unwarm? Googling on the air. What's the time? When does it happen? It's crazy. Please tell me. Oh my God. Tuesday. Oh, brutal. Oh, sweet. You're using the Viking owl on a book, Sean? Nice. I was going to do a book with an owl on it just because I want to carve something where it's not like leather carving, Viking serpent. Leather carving, Viking knotwork. Viking serpent, Viking knotwork. I wanted to do something with an animal of some kind that was different. We got one member today already. Super, super stoked. We've done very little, but I'm very happy that we've got another member. That's awesome. Last week was crazy. We had like all sorts of like tips and super chats and members and all sorts of crazy stuff. I want to see if they fixed something here. Can I do it? One sec. I'm gonna try something. No, they didn't. Cold shower might drag me away from the street here in a few. The stream. Okay, that's totally fair. My computer room, not this computer, but my computer room today was like balls hot. It was significantly hot. I'm in like, at least I'm in the lower, I can't even imagine what it's like upstairs where there's windows and stuff. Like I'm in the basement, kind of, not basement, but the concrete jungle of this artist studio, and it must be the coolest place in here. One of them. I'd love to see you carve the owl. You put mine to shame, but give me something to strive for. That's okay, Sean. Practice, practice. All leather carving is making sure that your piece is not too wet. I will take too dry over too wet every single day. Carve your lines evenly and bevel smoothly. That's it. And even with an owl, you don't really need a lot of tools. It's kind of the same. Like you could probably make it a lot cooler with some different tools, but I would carve some lines and bevel it for depth. That's it. Thanks for subscribing, Mustafa. Greetings. Love it. I love it when there's a subscriber when like somebody subscribes on stream. It's because they found me from the stream. Like I don't know. It's so weird. Because this is not. Hey, come on. This is not that exciting, but it's something to do if you guys are like me and or just want to hang out and talk with like-minded people. So it's like if you stream it, they will come kind of deal. But not baseball. It's leathercraft. Can't afford AC. The electrical in my place is ancient and inefficient. I'd spend $400 a month just trying to cool the bedroom. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, the ice in front of a fan is a smart idea. I've heard that idea before. Um, I'm the way I'm gonna cool down is I'm gonna get another drink out of the fridge. John McEwen, thanks for stopping in. Always a pleasure. Maybe you'll be on stream next week. That would be cool. Running an idea by you guys. Thinking of running an outline of vine stamp work down the sides of the stitches on the mask. Thinks and thunks. Hard to say without seeing like a sketch or something on it. Like, is the stamp an actual vine stamp, or is it something that you're just doing? Go with your gut is always my best response. Even if your skills, if you're worried about your skills, the only way to get better is just to try. Like, try a bunch of stuff on it. Then you'll get better. It's the only way to do it. Oh, setting up at Penzic, isn't that just lovely? How's the temperature at Penzic? Oh, a filigree that looks viney. Cool. Hey, like just do it. Just do it. You could also you could cut that edge and just stamp along another piece of leather and then kind of hold it up and kind of give it the old. How's it go? You know? Give it old once over. I'm gonna get another drink. Be right back. I can't resist this. I'm just gonna have a Coke. Cherry Coke. In the 80s. Is that bad? I don't even know anymore. Cherry Coca-Cola. I am not fond of the weather that I have had at my two outings to Penzic, and has made me not want to ever go again. So I will need a mighty group of friends that are going to drag me there for me to want to go. I would much rather go to Gulf Wars. Maybe I've just been lucky at Gulf Wars and not lucky at Penzic. I don't know. Thanks, Mary. It tries to be pleasant. It's very lovely. What was that? Heard a crash bang. When's the first day at Penzic? You're on the stream and you're setting up at Penzic? Love it. That's awesome. Awesome. This is when Magnus took the whole stream to clean his shop. Maybe. There. Yeah, this is 100% going to be a chatting stream. I am I feel like hot garbage, just from heat. It's not like it's super. I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here. Oh well, whatever. Who hasn't watched my new video yet? I'm gonna check the analytics on it. Probably lots of people, because I don't know if that's the kind of video that will intrigue people to go watch it. I need to make a needle case real quick. 1 second, get out of the way. Yeah, let's see. It is ranked 7th out of my last... 7 out of my last 10 videos. 7th out of my last 10 videos in this time period. So, in the first hour and 18 minutes, it is 7th. Just shortly behind a video called What's New at Dark Horse Workshop. So it's not doing great, but I don't care. Do what's fun, enjoy it, not too worried about it. Q&A time for sure. Do you plan on doing more small projects like the needle case, as I do Viking living history, and it's the little things that make you stand out at shows? That is 100% something I am going to be all over. I love that kind of stuff. I need more suggestions on stuff like that, because I like those builds. I do have you guys are gonna see a lot more stuff where I'm releasing like all the carving from this video. I think I crammed it down into like 2 minutes or something, like maybe 3 minutes, and I will release a video that's 20 minutes long. However much footage of me carving for this video, I'm gonna release a whole video. I'll probably wait a couple weeks, and then I'll release a whole carving video, and people love that. Like, I'm sure some people are gonna be annoyed with it, but those are my best performing videos for whatever reason. People just like watching carving, even though I'm like, how many times can you cut that line or bevel that line? I could release a 40-minute video and people will absolutely love it. But I'm gonna alternate, which gives me 2 weeks to not panic. Though for some reason I was panicking this week, and release a build video. So it's build video, carving video, build video, carving video, kind of the idea. I guess you can make a fold-over wallet like needle case with a sponge on the bottom to hold needles. That sounds cool. I need to go look that up or something to have a general idea. I also want to do a am I saying this right? Hedeby quiver. I was told that the Hedeby quiver is there's lots of information on it, so it's a great thing to make as far as if you want to make something historical. So I'm gonna make a Hedeby quiver, which is a Viking quiver, which I may be mispronouncing the name of, and somebody will correct me. Although that sounds really cool, Trust. Yeah, I just do Viking stuff because that's all I'm good at, honestly. Like, that's all I'm good at, and I'm a very slow artist. So, Mary says, or just a leather strap over. Oh my God, my eyes. Over them, which is soft, to stick the needles in under the fold of the wallet flap. Damn. I'll forget all about that. If you want to send me a sketch of what you're talking about, info@darkhorseworkshop.com. Boom. Send me like a little, even if it's super rough. I might be all over it. I might be like, hey, I can do that. But even like something like this silly video, like this video was just a tiny little needle case, and it took me way too long to get done. Like, it's kind of silly. Get the video done, that is. Trust says, just try it. You might be surprised in doing, I'm sure he means in trying different artwork. Yeah, probably. I kind of want to do a motorcycle seat soon. That would be cool. I've done them in the past, but I'd like to do a filmed and awesome one. I am not at Pennsic most years. I am on the West Coast in Vancouver, Canada, so I'm usually not at Pennsic. I'm reading. Yeah, arcade, go for it. Just give it a shot. Worst case scenario is you ruin it. Your life is not over, and you probably won't ruin it. Like, it just doesn't look as cool as you thought it would, but it will still be fine. Jason says, my main hobby is chainmail, but slowly adding in leatherworking. Your thoughts on using 11 to 12 ounce leather for armor? Now, that's fine. 11, 12, really depends on what you're making. It depends on if you're making costume. If you're doing rattan combat stuff, that's fine. Like, you can get away with it. I generally would go heavier on all the important bits: elbows, knees, neck, kidneys. But 11, 12 is great for, it's perfect. That's like the perfect spot. I think, I'm not the expert on it, but I think that's a really good spot for costume and cosplay stuff as well, because it's heavy enough, but it's not ridiculous. Like 11, 12 is good. It's solid for sure, but it's not like some of my armor projects get pretty beefy. Like even 10 for costume cosplay would be fine. Because you still want it to look, yeah, Jason, you still want it, if it's costume, 10 to 12, yeah. Because you still want it to look like armor. You don't want it to be super flimsy. Oddleaf says, I do some leather work at shows, so things like sack scabbard, axe blade covers, needle cases, pouches, belts, all work really well, and people love to watch. I need to do another, I did a broken back sax video, and I fucked it up. Do I even have, did I finish the, I can't remember what happened with it, but I screwed up. I need to do one for my knife. Where's my knife? I got this great knife when I got knighted in the Society for Creative Anachronism. I got this lovely knife gifted to me. If I can find it, but I need to do a sheath for it. Ah, here it is. So I want to do a sheath for it, but I want it to be water formed so that it's got like, I don't stitch here. I water form here and press everything down, so this is the stitched area. So in theory, it'd probably be on my back like that, I would guess. Doesn't have to be, but probably. And then there'd be brass work and like overhanging brass bits. But this would be water formed here, and it worked out really good before, but I just had made it too short, and so this poked through the end. I was like, what the hell? The Hedabe or Hatabu quiver would be cool, says Somerset. Cool. I'll have to look into that other one. Where's my page of notes that I never seem to track very well? Hatabu. It feels like it just got cooler in here for some reason. Maybe it's my Coke Zero. I'll take a look, RK. TK's 3D says, as someone that likes to dabble in Celtic artwork, carving wood and stone, and create a lot in 3D for printing, I love watching your videos and would like to thank you. So thank you. Thanks, TK. Appreciate it. Oh, thanks. Okay, Somerset, different name, same place. Okay. Very chill stream today, Coke Zero. Hell yeah. Anybody have any questions about any videos, anything I've built before, anything I'll build in the future, anything at all? My pile of stuff. It's so sad my pile of stuff is just like such a mess. Such a mess. Any thoughts on my thumbnail today? I did that one really quickly. My Blade Runner Tears in Rain thumbnail. Hell yeah. Obviously, take a moment to like this stream if you're enjoying the stream at all, even though it's kind of quiet today. Helps me out. Appreciate it. There's multiple ways you can help out the stream. You can become a member like somebody did earlier. I can't remember who it was. I'm forgetful, but that's okay. Super chats, super stickers, just subscribe or ask questions. There we go. See, just subscribe. And what happens? Chris Cool is now a subscriber. Hey, Chris Cool. Hopefully you are having a fantastic day. Hey, Alden. Today, nothing is going on. We are very boring today. Oh, tool roll. I'm going to put that down. Tool roll. Okay, this is what we're going to do right now. If you have ideas for me to build stuff that you don't think is ridiculously complicated, because I don't want to think too hard about it. I'm just saying, like, those are the ones that I'm gonna like. The ones that are gonna be too complicated are the ones that are in my own head. So if you got stuff, tool roll, head of quiver. I got that wallet from Mary. Wallet with needles. What's that? What was I saying? Oh yeah, become a member if you want to become a member. Because look at all the little cool. Look at all the little emojis you get. Isn't that amazing? Oh, we got Ricardo right in there with the sponsor. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thanks for the love. See ya, RK. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. Hey, Gary. Hopefully you are having a lovely Friday. I don't know if it's Friday for you, but hopefully you're having a lovely day no matter what. We're just hanging out. Little small stream. I got started late. I was working on releasing the video for my needle case. And now I'm just asking for some thoughts on what I could build. I've got my own list, but I'm always interested because that needle case was not on my list until 4 days ago. And then I was like, hey, I should build a needle case. So I'm always interested in some new stuff. Fantasy eye patch. Phantom of the Opera type face cover. Jesus, what the hell? Gary comes in here and just starts throwing down. I was thinking of doing a tooled leather eye patch with an eye on the eye patch. Is that weird? I don't think it's weird. I think it's cool. I think I've seen it before. I think a friend of mine, I think Ugo did one. Yeah, that's cool. Ugo did one with like brass or bronze or something. He's got like leather eye patch and then like I think it was him, either steel or it was probably steel or silver. No, it's probably silver, knowing him. Anyways, I should do one out of leather and just do a tooled leather eyeball on it. Not like an eyeball, but like the full eye with eyelids and stuff. Pipe cigar holder? Damn. Needle pin cushion. Look at you guys, you got all sorts of ideas. Stuff that I never even thought of. Did I miss some? Eye patch. Tool roll. snake knots from... Funny, I was using one of your snake knots for my own needle case, but I made it too small. Oh, damn. Jason, I would not do any wax hardening on costume armor. No, you can do some... You can get some okay to decent results just with hot water and baking and like heating the leather if it's vegetable tan, which is a way better option for not being like, you know, if you're at a convention and it's hot, wax is not fun. So I would definitely do water shaping, forming, and hardening, or none. Just, you know, smart use of structural bits and sewing and rivets to make sure everything stays together fine. Because, you know, as much as this waxed hardened leather vambrace and elbow is great, once you do it up, and once you do up the elbow, as long as it's made decently and is out of thick enough leather and you've got all the right bits, it doesn't need to be hardened. It'll sit on your arm just fine. I wouldn't worry about it. Especially if you've got like some kind of like gambeson in here. Even if this is floppy, it'll sit on your elbow. You'll thank me for it. Don't wax harden costume stuff. Don't. No. Oh my God, the chat is going way too quick for my old eyes. Could use some creative ideas for drinking horn stands. Drinking horn stands, hey? I've already got one. Jesus, I'm out of room here. Mini leather toolbox. Make sure I put in leather helmet. Oh, yeah, drinking horn lids. So, if you're doing water hardened leather armor, which is like Cure Boily, my pronunciation's freaking awful. But there's a really good write-up online about the temperature you need it to be to harden it properly. I think it's like 180 degrees. No freaking idea what Fahrenheit or Celsius, whatever. And you bake it. You kind of spray it down. You make sure it doesn't get all burnt and crispy, and you keep it. You just bake it until it's hardens. The tannins in the leather, they words. The tannins in the leather change and bond and strengthen your piece. And even for stuff like HEMA, Gary was saying you use some waxed leather armor for HEMA. If I had unlimited time and I was gonna make somebody leather armor for HEMA, and this is without ever doing any HEMA, so take everything I did like super tiny minor a little bit. Everything I say with a grain of salt. I would go water hardened with people have been using wood glue. Hear me out. There's some information online about using wood glue and the Curry-Bowley method merged together to make this soup where you dunk your leather in and then you bake it, and it's both really protected from mold and water because of the glue, and it bonds really well and gets super hard, and it's light. Whereas I found, like waxed armor, wax is a lubricant. Like if you're hitting it with steel weapons, if it was a sharp steel weapon, it would fucking annihilate it. Or not, but it would annihilate it. And if it's baked and hardened that way, it might do a little better. That's my ramble. Don't take any of it as like the word of God. I'm just guessing on most of it. But water hardening is awesome if you have the time and patience for it, which I do not. I just made these bits for the show, and they were really hard. Really hard. It's just like keeping it from like exploding and cracking and shattering and just being generally keeping it from all that shit is a bit of a more of an ordeal, but it's probably better overall. Anyways, back to reading stuff. All leather helmet, that's a good idea. I was also thinking of doing something that could be added to like a fencing mask. I'm not sure though. A mini leather toolbox, already saw that. Oh my god, Omar in with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, much appreciated, love it. I don't know, what more can I say? Once again, thanks again, Omar. And I will once again say that I'm gonna have a button here where I hit and there's gonna be explosions, but don't have it yet. Look at this, look at all this, the new sponsors. Have I ever used pine resin? I haven't, and that kind of weighs into the leather tankard thoughts. A friend of mine has done some tankards with pine resin. I don't know if I want to be dealing with pine resin though. Sounds like a bit of a pain in the butt. I would be interested in cheating. I might do like a leather tankard and then line it with like a food safe epoxy. Food safe. Look at all the sponsors. Thanks, Omar. What a gentleman. It's like, there aren't enough green names in here. Omar solved that real quick. What do I got here? I've got head-to-be quiver, tool roll, wallet with needle inserts that I'm going to need some more of an explanation on like a Phantom of the Opera half face cover mask thing, which would be cool. I haven't done like just a water-formed mask before. That's also a project that somebody could. It's not like I can sell a pattern for it, but at least a lot of people might be interested in seeing it because it's a good beginner pattern and something they can like expand into other things, which would be cool. Pipe/cigar holder, maybe do some box stitching on that, because I know I did my dice box. I kind of winged it. I think if I was gonna do a pipe cigar holder box, it would be kind of along the same veins as the needle case, just bigger and a box. And I would be doing box stitching on all the edges, which would be cool. And I would be using wood to help brace everything. Kind of like how if you've watched the needle case, I've got bits of doweling and different size pipe that I use to stitch over. Anyways, we've got a needle pin cushion, drinking horn stands, which I was thinking of as far as drinking horn stands, just like a, you'd have, oh my god, I'll just draw it. Here's my, whoa, it's bright. Let's see if we can bring that down a bit. There. Is this useful? Anyways, let's zoom right in. Well, now it's too dark. That's super handy. If I was gonna do, just off the top of my head, if I was gonna do a horn holder, it would be like, with my incredible sketching skills, be like this. And it would have a slot in it. This would be longer actually. Be more like down here. Slot in it. And then there would be just another piece. It's a cross piece. Sorry, not long enough. And it would have like an inverted slot. So then this cross piece and this is like fit together like an X. And then top your horn here. Then you just make another one of these, this contraption, but smaller. And then it'd be like down here. And then the horn just goes, whee, look at that. I am an incredible artist. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. That is some Louvre level artwork right there. What do you prefer for water resistance proofing? Proofing 0, nothing. I don't think anything's gonna proof anything unless it's like encased in something solid. I've got some Aussie stuff that I put on boots a lot. I just like to try and have a good level of, if you're thinking about boots at least. I'll just go see if I can find it. I think I have some left. Oh God. I was using this stuff for a while. Like I'm not. I might pretend I'm an expert, but you know, there's a lot of stuff I'm not really. Oh my god! Now it's dark. Too dark again. I've used this stuff lots on shoes. I've never done a competition to see what was the best. I know as far as smell goes, this stuff doesn't smell great, but it does smell. I don't know, I guess it doesn't smell terrible. What's in it? Waterproofs smooth leather in one quick step, specifically designed to help leather withstand bitter cold and extreme hot climates. May darken some light-colored leather. Contains natural beeswax, perfect for use on saddles, tack, boots, gun cases, and handbags. So, but like, this is this. I bought this stuff at work, so I use it. I don't know if there's tons of products. You could probably go into most leather supply spots and then be like, here's 4 or 5 different products that'll do the water resisting that you want, right? That's what I would say about that. Or just neat's foot oil. Put some neat's foot oil on it. Really depends on the project though. Like, and does whatever you're putting it on already have a finish on it? If it's got a finish on it, you're gonna have issues anyways. Like, that's gonna be your protective coating. Like, people will be like, oh, I'm gonna put a bunch of this Aussie leather conditioner on top of a pair of boots that have a finish on it. So it's not gonna penetrate at all. You're just gonna wipe it around and then wipe it off. That kind of stuff. You may have answered this already, but what's your favorite thing you've made so far? I think I answered. I can't remember if I said my Thor Ragnarok thing, just because it was such like a ridiculous. I think I answered this. I'm pretty sure I said my Thor Ragnarok armor. Just because it was like crunch time, and I had been watching Thor Ragnarok 40 times while I made it over the course of a week. And it's not even done. It's not even done. Anyway. This thing. It's cool because it's got like a bunch of round lace embedded in it because these are all different parts, and then it's got half of, like, I split the lace and put it into all the grooves. This is leather, these are leather. Yeah. Anyways, I'm pretty happy with that. Just on a skill level, that was like quite the undertaking. I might say something different every single time somebody asks me, but right now that's what came off the top of my head. Any idea for a horn stand for a horn that is filled? Out of leather. I'd have to think on that for a bit. I've used beeswax on Kostrel's water bottles, tankards before. They work. It works. For sure. Do you think it makes any difference when stamping directly on granite or granite with a self-healing cutting mat on top? On top of the granite? I'm not sure. Like I got some poundo boards underneath my slabs, just to deaden the sound a bit and like try and wrestle the vibrations out of it and keep it locked in. I wouldn't have any idea on anything as far as putting a self-healing mat on top of the granite. Did I read that right? Larry says, do you think it makes any difference when stamping directly on granite or granite with a self-healing cutting mat on top? On top, I don't think it would make any difference. Or on bottom. The only reason, I just have a poundo board. Yeah, I don't think, unless you've heard something. I've never seen that done before, so if I haven't seen it done, then I don't know why anybody would do it. Lex says it's for footwear. Working on making shoes right now. Thanks. It's a baller shoe design. Ballet baller. It's a baller. It's a baller shoe design. Ballet shoe design. Lex. If you're gonna put it on a ballet shoe, like is this for actually doing ballet? I don't even know. I couldn't even start to think about that. Whew. It's hot again. I thought it cooled down, but I should check something real quick here. What day is the 1st? Oh, I got it on. There's people. I'm Googling on the air. I have a small mat on my granite, and I feel like I get better results without it. I have a small mat on my granite? You guys are confusing the hell out of me. On your granite? Like, this is all I do. Poundo board, granite. That's it. Other than that, making sure you're not on a bouncy table. If you're doing some leather carving, make sure you're at the corner of the table, right? So it eats all the vibrations. I've got some fans. I guess I could grab one. That would be smart. I'm gonna grab a fan. We'll see how loud it is. Uno momento. Oops. Whoopsie daisy. What happened there? what I get for screwing around with things. How did that happen? How loud is that fan? Anybody? I'm curious. It's on the lowest setting. Oh, Gary, damn, you got a whole 14-inch by 18-inch Slava marble. That's sweet. That's a good score. Crotch says, I work leather for brass era cars. I have you on in my workshop. I trimmed the beast of Turin 1911 flat, and you were with me every step of the way. Not quite Viking stuff, but still very cool. Nice, Crotchet. Really? You can't hear that fan at all? I love my microphone. Anyways. I like to talk about Marvel stuff every once in a while because I'm a big Marvel fanboy. I made a leather drinking horn stand, cone-shaped, open at the top with a hole in the side. The horn sets into the opening and the tip sticks out of the hole, keeping it upright. I'm trying to wrap my head around that, Rick. I made a leather drinking horn stand, cone-shaped, yeah. Open at the top, yeah, with a hole in the side. The horn sets into the opening and then the tip sticks out the hole, keeping it upright. And where's this? How does it stay up? Cone shaped, open at the top, hole on the side. I'm not sure. I can't picture it. So yeah, I was gonna say, just because I can't hold off on talking about a little bit about Marvel. Just, I know half of you probably don't even care, but did anybody see that Wakanda Forever trailer? That thing was amazing. Amazing. I think I've watched that trailer 30 times by now. Oh, sweet. That's awesome that you worked on a Viking film. That's very cool. I'd like to do that soon. I haven't worked on a Viking film. Like Pathfinder barely counts. I think that's the only one that I would be able to even kind of put into like a Viking film, even though it's not. It's a fantasy film. Very, very fantasy. I wasn't gonna stream today. I'm happy I did. I'm glad you guys are just hanging out. That's cool. It's good to know that I can like just pop the stream up. We can all hang out and talk and spitball ideas. Oh, Aiden got it. Aiden got it. I have no idea. Let's see. There's a opening and it's a cone. Then there's a hole, and then it goes in there and comes out the hole. How does it stay? How does it stand up? How does it stand up, he says. Am I fuzzy? Am I in focus? I must be. Focus. Yes, I'm in focus. It is wobbling a lot though. Wonder why. Because I'm not in the center? Whatever. See, Oddleaf says you can barely hear the fan. See, I would probably listen back to this and go, I can totally hear the fan. And it would drive me crazy. I think I spent 20 minutes trying to get some sound out of part of my video today, which I'm going to take a look at. I should be babysitting it a little bit. Oh, it's moved up. It is now 6th of 10. I don't know. See how it goes. My Patreon has a Discord, so I don't really use it enough, but yeah. So anybody on my Patreon occasionally does some Discord things, but you could just email it to me and I could post it there. info@darkhorseworkshop.com. Crotch it, nice. You can't draw me in with Blade Runner and then talk about Marvel. I love Blade Runner. Blade Runner's great. Speaking of movies, a Hillwood costumer friend posted that she needed a pauldron with knotwork for a movie. I sent her the knots that I've tooled and painted, mostly Dark Horse knots. Cool. Yeah, I think Blade Runner is probably my favorite movie of all time. I'm not 100% sure. But I really like that movie. Oh, that sucks, Gary. A pauldron is a piece of shoulder armor. Or a spalder. Pauldrons are usually bigger. Spalders are smaller. Do I have them within reach? Or do I have to wander around like an idiot? How does it come to this? Like everything is right here. Where? I'm doing the John Travolta? Where the hell are they? I'm so confused. Again, I'm always confused. I don't know. Any thoughts on design on a chessboard? If I was going to put designs on a chessboard, I would make sure that the tooling was super light, or your chess pieces will be all wobbling all over the place. Or you could just cut lines into it instead of actually doing any beveling. That's not as fun. You could do something like, if I was going to do a big piece of knotwork on a chessboard, you could do something like, where all my tools are just lying around. Where is it? Here's an example. I know it's on this table. I'll just find it. There it is. Oh, God. Oh, God. Fancy eye patch. Anyways. You could use something like this on all your lines just to give it a little bit of a lift. Where's my... So instead of doing like all your heavy bevels, you could just cut your lines and then use something like this to just give it a little bit of depth. And that way when you're playing chess, all your pieces don't fall over. You just got like a little bit of separation. That's my quick thoughts on that. Do I think Deckard is a replicant? Yes. No. Maybe. I don't know. They say he is, and obviously, yeah, it's a little weird. Fuck it. Where are those shoulders? Ah. Where are they? So weird. Sorry guys, one sec. This is bugging me. Am I totally, utterly blind? Wow. That's crazy. Whatever, I don't know where they are. Oh, thanks, Tufts. I appreciate you. Just for being awesome. The heads off with the sword is definitely Highlander. Meet someone online, all she wants to see is your pauldron. That's, hey, you gotta show her the pauldron then. Have you tried the Japanese circle cutter sold on Amazon? About $15 and works pretty good for the money. I use it on 10-ounce veg. No, I haven't. My page of notes grows. Japanese circle cutter. So I was looking at your quiver to make. Could it be scaled down to crossbow bolt size? My answer for anything when people are asking about resizing is I can do anything. Okay, I don't know if you can. Like, you could easily just take the whole bottom and just cut the bottom off, or you could scale it. It really depends on your skills. Like, my skills, without knowing anything about you, I can totally just make that into a crossbow bolt pattern. But I don't know your skills. It doesn't seem too complicated to me. Like, there's multiple ways. You could scale the whole thing, or you could cut the bottom off, or you could cut the top off even. You could cut some of the top off, or shift the whole top down. You could just crunch the whole pattern. I don't know what crossbow bolt quivers are usually like, though, so that may play into it. You'd have to see what he wants, or they want. Hey Magnus, just tuned in while carving some leather. Your channel was instrumental in helping me find a new hobby during quarantine, and I've made a bunch of your patterns. Love it, Randall. Thank you for making stuff. That's great. Love it. Send me some pictures. info@darkhorseworkshop.com. 22 by 30. I can just print it 30% less size. I'd have to keep the straps the same size. I can't guarantee, like, scaling as long as you can just stitch it. Sometimes, like, the only thing with scaling is if you're scaling it, all those holes are gonna get closer together as well. So you might scale it, and then when you're doing the holes, you might skip a hole depending on the size. So that would be where my brain was at. Scaling anything other than the stitching is fine. It's just once you get to the stitching, will it drive you insane as you try and make sure you got everything lined up. Everything should line up though. I mean, like just it might be very small for the stitches. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Anything is possible. Like, let me grab this thing. It is interesting because I don't make stuff for people, really. Not, well, I do, but like not like, oh, there's crap everywhere. Get out of the way. Get out of the way, expensive lens. Let's not shove the expensive lens out of the way. Oh my God, it's too bright again. So, these are like, I wouldn't want to stitch much closer than, no, that's not going to help you at all. I wouldn't want to stitch much closer than that together. So, let's have a little look-see at what this overall size of this is. So it's 22 inch to the lip. Obviously no good. You could shorten it in here if you wanted to. You could just print it, cut it, move it, and tape it. I don't know how much ends they want out of the other side, but like this is a good spot to cut and move it, because you could literally cut out this whole chunk, which is, what is that, 4 or 5 inches? 4 inches, and bring this to meet here. You know what I'm saying? Like you would be meeting this and this. Clunk. You just tape it, retape it together, and then you've got 4 inches. Yeah. So I don't know what this means. This measurement doesn't make any sense. Then you've got 4 inches of bolt off the end. Is that enough? Don't know. But that's a good idea for, without having to just scale the pattern. Just shrink it by cutting it here. That's my amazing idea. Catching up. I shrink your tooling patterns for all kinds of projects. Love it, Gary. That's what I like to hear. I was really happy with how this... I gotta remember how to do things every single time here. Whoop. Meow. I was really happy with this. Like the tooling, the design on this is pretty cool. Worked out very nicely. Anyways. Thanks for subscribing, Urus Taiwas. Yeah, Tufts, that is off the top of my head what I would do without having any knowledge of how crossbow bolt quivers differ from arrow quivers. So, that seems like a pretty easy solution to me. And one that would keep all your holes. I know you were saying that you could just you run your own holes, but just shortening it by 4 inches, that would look alright. It'd be a sharper turn. Like, now I'm actually kind of curious about this. 1 second. So we're looking at like this kind of action. It's a terrible place to draw, obviously. Let's try again. Maybe there. tiny little. Yeah, it looks fine. It flows fine, right? And if it doesn't, you can always like bring it in further. Even that works. Then this is actually pretty good too because, let's see, is that still in there? Let's see, you might have to, if you're doing the knot work, I don't know if you're doing the knot work, but if you are, you barely have to move this over just a tiny bit. Look at us. Look at us working through some stuff. Love it.
Let the brain figure everything out.
Yeah, if you just scale it down directly, as Rick said, like, it may get narrower, which, well, not may, it will get narrower. Is that what they want? Hey, Mary, I definitely know that you can carry other little things in that needle case. That is for sure. It is definitely a needle case, but it's got other options. Oh, that's sweet. Oh yeah, tough sign. Yeah, I knew you do your own tooling. Right. Yeah, that'll be pretty badass. That'll be very cool. Send pictures. Again, why am I? Is it the position of my head? This should be doing like a full. I don't know why it's whatever. Whatever. We got a bunch of new memberships because of the Omar today. We got some super stickers, which is cool. We got one new member all on their own. Look at all the green names. If you don't have a green name, you're missing out. There are some crazy, incredible next level membership rewards. Like you can wave as me, my little cartoon me, or you can cheers. You can there's some other stuff. There's some trust me, it's really cool. I'm still working on trying to sell it to people. I think I have a little ways to go on the selling it, but I'm working on it. Every week I work on it. Oh yeah? You should, let me see. 1 sec. This is where I say, another thing I say every week is there's certain things I need to figure out with the software so I can throw pictures up. I don't see anything yet. There were many questions, that is true. You only usually carry 6 bolts when hunting. Okay. There was another quiver that I was gonna do. It's super flat. I can't remember what kind of quiver it's called. And this quiver has done really well as far as patterns that people buy off me. One of my top patterns is the quiver, so I should probably do more quivers. People like quivers. Look at, see? I'm popping up with the shield, the drinking horn, and the little me working on stuff. I'll pay for those emojis in about 4 months. Yeah, I don't see anything yet. I'm looking. Ah, somebody bought more rawhide off me? Man, as soon as I strip raw, let me grab, before I forget, I'm just gonna go grab this roll of rawhide so I don't forget to ship it. As soon as I strip a hide, people buy it all, which is good. It's just crazy. I'm like, why are you out of stock? Because I don't want to strip rawhide every day. Did you send it to info@darkhorseworkshop.com? I missing? Well, it's just not here yet. Whatever, I'll check it out whenever. Maybe it's lost in a different box here. Bum, 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 bum. Let me check the PC, the power of the personal computer. I don't know why it would be any different, but. Nothing yet. I'm sure it'll show up. My breezy hair. Oh. Can't see. Ah. What happened? There we go. So one thing I've learned from this stream is that starting at 3:30 or whatever I started at is probably not the best. But that's okay. We've got the diehards in here, so that's fine. Am I finished my cherry coke? I am. One sec. Oh, it's a what? Yahoo address? It feels like there should be a Star Wars quote for Yahoo addresses.
That's a name I haven't heard of in a long time. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Yahoo. Before the Empire. Before the Gmail.
It would be cool to have a bunch of these just hanging off your belt with different items in them. Belongs there now. I started putting text. You obviously noticed, but you may not have noticed. You noticed, but you didn't notice. I started putting text on my thumbnails again. We'll see if that does anything. Yahoo! Almost time to close it down and start the official Friday. Well, I guess I started the official Friday already. But I'm still here. I like answering questions. That whole quiver thing was great. Thanks for asking me about the quiver. Tomorrow I play D&D and repair life jackets. Sounds super fun. 1996.
Maybe it's time to let it die.
While we're on this, what do I need? I need nice. Well, glad we figured it out. At least I gave you some ideas. 10 bolts. They're pretty small then, probably, right? Like, those quivers in general are pretty small. I feel like, without committing to it, that the quiver that I was gonna make, what is it called? It's two pieces. It's got two. I don't want to throw you totally for a loop here, but it does have. It's two pieces that are stitched together. It's not a folded piece. It's stitched together, and it sits all the arrows like just nicely in a line, snugly. And since crossbows are very bolty, that doesn't make any sense. They're very small, slender. I feel like that could be a way to go as well, just to have like two pieces totally flush, so they sit in there really nicely. Just to put more ideas in your head for no reason. Let's see if I can quickly figure out what kind of quiver that was. I think it's for horses though. But whatever. We're talking about stuff. Horse quiver? Is that really? Is that what I'm looking up? Horse quiver? Oh no, not a quiver with a horse on it. Holy, these are some quivers. Oh, that's it. That's the It was like this. Man, I should totally make that quiver. That's freaking dope. Let's see here. It's like what's it called? Googling on the air is what it's called. It's like a... No, that's not... Maybe that isn't the one. Anyways, I looked up horse quiver. It's a flat, very flat quiver. Just to throw more ideas at you, just to drive you insane. It wasn't cavalry. It was more like it was some kind of like a Mongol or something like that. You're sitting on a beach. We won't hold it against you. Look at all the green, and then we got Rick. Oh, the wonderful. So what do I need? Sorry, gotta get sidetracked. I need, because I keep writing stuff down on little pieces of paper, but now I've got my epic. You can't read any of that, but I can. My epic list of possible stuff to build, but I also need not another monitor, but like monitor cable to put right here in front of me. And probably another stream deck, maybe. Outro, I need to make an outro finally. I need to make some cool stuff when people become members. Cool member stuff. My writing is terrible. I thought it was just called a field quiver. I don't know. It was a weird. It wasn't. It was like a. It was a medieval quiver of some kind. It was some kind of period quiver. But I just like the idea that it was flat because it held on to your bolts or arrows very tightly. That's why I was thinking it was some kind of horseman's quiver, because it was very snug on your arrows to stop them from flying all over the place. We're down to 16 people. Does that include me? Everybody's saying like it's Friday time? It's too hot to stream. I'm curious where my shoulders went. That's so weird. They're here somewhere. I would think. Mesa. Oh, okay. If it's broadheads, never mind. Yeah. Then it shouldn't be tight at all. Totally. Mesa quiver. What is steel? Not the hand that wields it. Wow, that's pretty cool. Damn. Weird. Well, I don't want to, More fireballs? Yeah, for sure. I don't want to drag the stream on just to drag it on. But, oh. One more idea. Fantasy versions of historical stuff, like fantasy pirate baldricks, functional fantasy armor, but without all the sharp WoW angles. That's all good stuff, too. Hey, Teresa. We're just chilling. I'm just taking notes on things that people might want to see, have me build. Stuff. Functional. I'm gonna call it functional fantasy is what I'm gonna call that. Makes sense. Yeah, I just got that. Thanks. Awesome. Focus on me, camera. There we go. Better. Glad you like that, Teresa. I don't think it's going to do as well as some of my videos, but I really liked that video, and I liked building it, so I'm glad that you enjoyed it. We're just here, we're just rambling, not really working on anything, just talking, and I'm going to probably close up the stream soon and begin the Friday shenanigans. I still feel like my camera's not really focusing very well, but I've tested it. It should be fine. Glad you can use it. That's awesome. That's great. You never know what people are going to enjoy, so I liked it. I liked it a lot. Your not work skills would translate well to nice elven leaves and vines. I was thinking of doing some kind of like Dungeons and Dragons-esque fantasy racial armor. Leather crown, could do. I've done some brass work and bronze stuff, like with my etching. I was thinking of doing that on something cool. The two things, like the majority, I call myself a YouTuber now, and the majority of my income is because of YouTube in a way, because I sell patterns and artwork, but my YouTube is where I present them to everybody, and then they either buy them or they don't. So for a long time, I start thinking way too much about what I can sell as a pattern and not what is going to be fun. So I may just do a cool crown build with leather and bronze that's being etched and just be like, whatever, I'm just going to make a crown just because I want to. Because a couple months ago, I was like, I'm just going to do what's fun. So this is fun. We're just hanging out chatting. I'm not building anything. I'm not like stressing about building stuff. I'll build something next week. We're just hanging out. And I did that needle case because it was fun. So I just got to do stuff that's fun and not worry too much about patterns, you know? I think I'm just talking to myself. I'm just rambling. Yeah, Tufts. Lots of dwarven stuff would be cool as well. I've done a couple books. I've been tempted to do like a really cool metal and leather cover. I did one for Quest Haven, but like something even more intricate than that. Can I? How do I look? Oh my god! Let me look at something real quick. I don't know how this works. I don't know how it works. Whatever. All good. I've got 3 book videos. Oh, you mean like to put a book into? Yeah, that's a good idea. That's also a good idea because it's a little less. I'll write that one down. Intimidating. It's less intimidating. It's like 3 pieces of leather, your design work, and some stitching. It's like a cover slash sleeve. Yeah. I should do a Dungeons and Dragons sleeve. Like, just make a crazy. Damn. What if I do one, like I'll do the player's handbook of my own design, and then people want one for every book. I'll be like, no, I want to do covers forever. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a very growable idea too. That sounds so silly, but you know what I'm saying. It's like it could definitely expand to other books if I make it really cool. That's a great idea. Yeah. Player's handbook sleeve. Yeah, just do that. Start with that. Artwork. Some badassery artwork. I could even do like my take on the artwork that's already on it, maybe? I don't know, I haven't looked at it. Starting to enjoy Celtic designs, all I see is geometric designs so far. I'd like to try some Celtic style flowers. Any idea on where I could find some designs? Perhaps you could do some samples. Let me read that in my eyes. Starting to enjoy Celtic designs. All I see is geometric design so far. Would like to. Okay, I see what you're saying. The cover of the player's handbook is owl bears and displacer beasts. I can do owls. I can do bears. We're onto something. As far as Celtic. Did you say flowers? Oh my god, my brain. Celtic flowers. Might be able to do something like that. My, honestly, my knotwork is very, my Viking artwork is very knotwork and serpent heavy. Whenever I draw anything that's not that, it takes like a sit down, like with a couple energy drinks and like a bunch of references. If I draw an animal, it's like, takes me forever. Though the owl I drew, I just drew it in Procreate because it mirrored everything and I just kind of scribbled it out. So maybe I should just be more confident in my drawing stuff. And if you have the money and are interested in doing knotwork, I can't recommend an iPad more. Grab an iPad, it's freaking amazing. Hey, my wife stopped in. Hey love, mwah. Say hi to Cynthia, everybody. Yeah, so if you can afford an iPad for art, especially if you're an artist that finds yourself like erasing all the time or screwing up all the time, which is what I do all the time. It's a very forgiving piece of paper, an iPad. So I definitely drew a raven. I'm just saying that when I draw stuff that is not work, it takes me a long time. But I'm able to at least try and do it because I am confident in my ability to screw it up and then just do a little erase and start again. So the 5th edition cover is a giant fighting a sorcerer. Damn, I'll have to take a look at all this stuff. That would just be like a day or two of drawing, which is fine. And then a bunch of leather carving. Super simple build. Title of the YouTube video: I made my I made my player's handbook. Maybe epic. I don't know. Better. Amazing. Next level. Something. We are almost coming to a close. We built nothing. We hung out. We chatted. Omar gave away a bunch of memberships. We got some tips. I think it was Tufts. I can't remember. Sorry, I can't remember honestly. I think it was Tufts that gave a tip. And man, I'm enjoying a not beer.
Live on stream.
But if people have questions, I have no problem hanging out. I have a wonderful Ravens dress, tote bag, Allen horse shirt. Love them. +5 Holy Avenger Player's Handbook cover build. That is just worth a photo, just of that, because I love that title. Love it. I'll have to take that's hey, that's as far as stuff that people have talked about. People have talked about that really a lot as soon as we mentioned it, so it's a good idea. I highly encourage anybody that's not a member to become a member, because you get a green name and emojis, and that's about it. You get a green name and emojis. Made a leather wrap for my thermos, and I used your raven art on it. Got compliments on it all the time. Sweet. Which raven did you use, Adam? Aiden, right? Aiden. I keep seeing that as Adam. It's funny, it made me a needle case like 2 weeks after I was trying to. Nice. I guess which raven is hard to say. There's like I've got one that's like the wings fanning. I've got two with the wings in, one looking down, one looking up, and then I've got one side profile flying. If that makes any sense. Why don't you have what? I don't know what you have or don't have, sweetheart. Oh, okay, that makes more sense, Gary. That's what I thought you meant to say, but I wasn't sure. Oh, I should check to see if my buddy Mr. Scott Mackey is you ready to hang out. You might be ready to hang out soon. Oh. Double checking. Oh, made a mask. There we go. Got the mask thing. What is that? Inline image. What does that mean? Oh, sweet. Very cool. That looks great. Nice. I love the hazmat. Very, very cool. Looks dope. That's awesome. Why don't you have what? Oh, subscribers don't have the green name. Members do. So you have to become a member to get the green name, which costs $1.99 a month. I know. It's very expensive, but sometimes you just have to like go big with your membership costs. You should show your raven mask. Do I even have one here? Isn't the only raven mask I have at home? I can't even find my shoulders. I don't know where my shoulders are. Time for some rum and coke. Enjoy your weekend. Jason, enjoy your rum and coke. Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. Let me just double check here. 1 second. How is this mess? Oh, there they are. I'm an idiot. Found my shoulders. They're attached to my breastplate build I did. Silly. Silly. I'm like totally confused at where they are. Oh God, almost fell over. When beveling, is there a trick on keeping it straight up and down? I tend to lean it to one side. There's not a trick, it's just practice. Just practice. Just make sure you're in a spot where you can keep an eye on it. And you know, it doesn't really, as long as it's consistent, it doesn't really matter if it leans a bit, as long as it's consistent, because that's gonna, if it's not consistent, that'll affect your hammer strokes and affect how your bevel, like you're gonna get all those dashes along in your bevel. And if it is inconsistent, once you've beveled along your line, just do a little rub with the beveler to smooth it out. And then also, if you're, how am I going to show this? I'll just show it like this. Do it like what I did before. Ugh. So, if you are beveling along here, and you've got a lot of like marks, just take your beveler and just rub it along here smoothly. Also, it's not a super sharp line, but you know, sometimes your beveler will leave a sharp line, like the lighting can make this look like a little sharp. Okay, that looks a little sharper. If you don't like the sharpness of that line, you can rub your beveler along this line here, right, this one here, to erase it. So to make it more of a like a gradual bevel. Holy man, I'm like so bright. Constantly changing this. No, that's the wrong thing. That's that one. How is it so bright? Anyways, it'll be smoother. That's all I can say. I usually make a mess when staining. Brought a roll of butcher paper, and the stain doesn't bleed through to my table. Thank you for your time each week. I look forward to it. Thanks, Larry. That paper's a great idea. I make a mess, but I make a mess in my stink room, so it helps just having a place to make a mess. Well, all right. Damn, I'm still not very good at ending the stream, but I gotta end it sometime. So unless there's any more questions, if there are, I'm gonna answer them. Let this dry out. We are going to finally end the stream with the intro, because I don't have an outro because I keep forgetting to do it, which is alright. So, unless somebody's super quick, thanks for tuning in. Happy that everybody hung out. Thanks to all the new members, old members, the non-members that are subscribers. Thanks for the super chats, super stickers. Make sure you like the video, because why not? You hung out here, you might as well like the video. And I will see you next Friday at the latest, and earlier if I'm bored. So have a great weekend, everybody, and thanks for everything.